What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sender here, Sender FGC. Put the FGC at the end. If you're looking for my Twitch, if you host a podcast there, it is coming back. Don't worry, I know we haven't had it in a while, but Drip just got set up back, so we'll be setting the podcast up soon again, and hopefully with some new people on the show. Now, to get into our video for today, I have an interesting fact for you all. There's a very interesting thing with fighting games, so there's a dichotomy between how different games are developed over the years. Typically, we can show this in this example, at least, using, as you can see on the screen, the dichotomy between how the action of doing a fireball right off the ground has developed. The instant arrow. Or wait, that says Tiger Knee in the search bar. Well, that all depends on what you grew up playing. As you can see here in the search bar and on the screen, Tiger Knee is used in Street Fighter and Dragon Ball and a couple different games, but primarily as we scroll, we see quite a bit of Street Fighter. We do see some Smash, though. We can see some BlazBlue. Ooh, Mortal Kombat. The Marvel vs. Capcom. Another Capcom game, funnily enough. Smash. But now, I want to show you guys a little something interesting, man. If we put in essentially the same thing and you think about it, it's already done. Instant Air turns back Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, 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 MK, 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 MK. Now, why is that, you might wonder? I think there's one main reason, but before I get to that, let's address the obvious possibility. Tiger Knee is a Street Fighter input from Street Fighter 2. So obviously it shows up in Street Fighter. You can see here this is the original Tiger Knee input. However, Tiger Knee shows up in other games. Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball, as we saw, showed up. BlazBlue. We even got a Mortal Kombat result along with some Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3. So I don't think just saying, oh, it's a Street Fighter input, of course it shows up. Street Fighter matters. The interesting thing here to me is that the excuse me, the Tiger Knee input itself, I don't think applied to Mortal Kombat. If you look back, once again, at the input itself, quarter circle forward back into upright. Not quarter circle forward back. Quarter circle forward. Quarter circle forward upright. I can't talk sometimes. Y'all have to be patient with me. I'm sorry. No. Ends in upright. And that's where the old clap, that's where Tiger Knee, with its name, they're referring to fireballs that are off the ground and other moves that are done in a likewise fashion because of that upright motion. And that's why they're termed Tiger Knee, because that's what the move was called for Sagat. Anyway, moving on. Mortal Kombat doesn't have a universal input for fireballs like Street Fighter does or like other games seem to have, which is a big reason why I think this just doesn't work for that series. Fireballs in Mortal Kombat range from down forward, or quarter circle forward, to down back, quarter circle forward back, to back forward, fake charges, as I've heard some people call them, and even back input in some other games such as MK9 with Shang Tsung's Fireball. Premier Zoner himself. Well, not Premier in that game, but he's a Premier Zoner in quite a few games in Mortal Kombat. Typically 11, he's pretty good with it. Not the Premier though, still set strong. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let me not ramble for you all so we can get through this. Anyway, I think that's the reason why the Tiger Knee, when you search it, you don't get much Mortal Kombat. You get a couple, but if you search Instant Air, you see tutorials, you see videos, you see some of everything. It's all Mortal Kombat. Ooh, look, you saw a single Street Fighter. That guy probably started out playing Mortal Kombat. And I think the reason for that is you grew up playing Mortal Kombat. That's what people called it, because Tiger Knee input just wasn't applicable. Doing a fireball instantly off the ground, usually you're doing back forward maybe. Specifically in these examples that they bring up, The Liu Kang instant air fireballs are all done with back forward inputs, which would explain why these are referred to as instant air. And I imagine this is the biggest reason why Tiger Knee didn't catch on in MK. Now, instant air itself is still accurate. Honestly, it's easier to understand than Tiger Knee because it's in the name. You don't have to know the old input to know why it's a Tiger Knee. You just hear instant air and you're like, oh, that makes sense. But I do think that brings up an interesting question. What other terms are like this? For example, I know the anime term, well, not really. I know anime players use fuzzy for a lot of things, whereas some players will refer to quite a few things anime players use with fuzzy as OSs. But that can be a video for a different day. That's about all for me today, folks. I just wanted to discuss a quick thing on why I believe that instant air caught on in the MK community compared to Tiger Knee everywhere else. Street Fighter to Guilty Gear to Dragon Ball to Blaze Blue, etc. I hope you all enjoyed the first video and what may become a series. And if you all enjoyed it, let me know what other terms or other obscure things you'd like to know about down in the comment section below. My name's Cinder. I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of A Fighter's Thread. Did you know? Signing off.